Welcome to the public hearing for the US 380 EIS project from Coit Rd to FM 1827. EIS stands for Environmental Impact Statement and involves the highest level of environmental review and public participation. TxDOT appreciates your interest in the project and thanks you for your participation. Please note you may pause this presentation at any point to allow more time to review the information. November 7, 2000 was the last deathless day on Texas roadways, and 4,480 people lost their lives in 2021. That's a streak we want to break. Help TxDOT end the streak of roadway fatalities by buckling up, driving the speed limit, putting down your phone, and never driving under the influence of alcohol or other drugs.
I'm Travis Campbell, Director of Transportation Planning and Development for the TxDOT Dallas District. Thank you for joining us as we conduct this virtual public event. Understanding how our projects impact communities is important to TxDOT. The following presentation will provide instruction on how you can connect with us and provide vital input about this project. We will continue to work closely with stakeholders, communities, and the public as we move forward. Thank you for your time and interest in improving our transportation system, and we look forward to receiving your comments.
A public hearing has four essential purposes. 1. Inform the public of project status and present the recommended project. 2. Describe the project so the public can determine how they may be affected. 3. Provide the public an opportunity to see information and express their views. 4. And finally, to gather comments to develop a record of public views and participation to accompany recommendations for subsequent decisions. This public hearing is being held in compliance with both federal and state laws. Following this hearing, your comments will be considered in the preparation of the Design and Final EIS, also called an FEIS, for the US 380 project. The Design Schematic and Draft EIS, also called the DEIS, for this project are available for inspection and reproduction at the TxDOT Dallas District Office located at 4777 East US Highway 80 in Mesquite, 75150. In addition, the design schematic will also be available for review at Prosper Town Hall, McKinney City Hall, and Collin County Courthouse, as well as online at www.keepitmovingdallas.com/US 380 EIS, beginning Thursday, February 16th at 5:30 p.m. The information on the website is the same information shown in this presentation. The project's purpose is to manage congestion, improve east-west mobility, and improve safety. The project is needed because population growth within Collin County has caused increases in current and forecasted traffic volumes that exceed the capacity of US 380 between Coit Rd and FM 1827. This is leading to increased congestion, reduced mobility, and higher crash rates compared to other similar roadways in the region. In 2022, US 380 between Custer Road and SH5 was named by the Texas Transportation Institute as the most congested roadway in Collin County and the 64th most congested roadway in Texas. The preferred alternative carried forward must manage congestion, improve east-west mobility, and improve safety. Prior to December 16, 2014, the Federal Highway Administration, or FHWA, reviewed and approved documents prepared under the National Environmental Policy Act, known as NEPA. However, on December 16, 2014, the Texas Department of Transportation assumed responsibility from FHWA to review and approve certain assigned NEPA environmental documents. This agreement was updated on December 9, 2019. Environmental studies for this project were completed to support an environmental clearance in accordance with NEPA. These environmental analyses are necessary to identify, avoid, and minimize effects to the human and natural environment. Technical environmental documentation was approved for further processing by TxDOT and was coordinated with other public agencies. Notices for this public hearing were advertised in the Dallas Morning News, Aldea, Collin County Commercial Record, Community Impact Frisco, Community Impact McKinney, McKinney Courier-Gazette, and Prosper Press. Information is also available on the TxDOT.gov website under Hearings and Meetings Schedule and on KeepItMovingDallas.com under Public Hearings and Meetings. The TxDOT Public Information Office also prepared a news media release to advertise the hearing. TxDOT developed the DEIS for this project to address the potential environmental impacts identified during preliminary engineering. Areas of potential impacts included natural, social, and cultural resources. This slide shows a list of all resources evaluated during the environmental analysis. A segment analysis matrix has been made available for the public hearing. You can find the analysis for the reasonable build alternatives in the DEIS document. The limits of this project are from Coit Rd to FM 1827 in Collin County. The study area includes the area north of US 380 and includes the towns of Prosper and New Hope and the cities of Frisco and McKinney. TxDOT is analyzing information for this project in many ways, including by separate focus areas and project segments shown here as segments A, B, C, D, E, and F. These segments, when linked end-to-end to connect Coit Rd and FM 1827, resulted in 6 build alternatives. These alternatives and the no-build alternative were evaluated in the DEIS. After completing a detailed evaluation, TxDOT selected the blue alternative as its preferred alternative for the project. This alternative links segments A, E, and C. The proposed project would provide a new location, 8-lane controlled access freeway with 2-lane, one-way frontage roads on each side from Coit Rd and existing US 380 to the eastern terminus at existing US 380 and FM 1827 in Collin County. The typical proposed right-of-way would be approximately 420 feet wide, with the minimum and maximum right-of-way width ranging from 330 feet to 1,582 feet, respectively. Depending on the location, the typical freeway section would consist of 4 12-foot wide travel lanes in each direction with 10 to 17-foot wide inside and outside shoulders and 2-lane, each 12 feet wide, one-way frontage roads on either side of the main lanes. Shared-use paths built along the outside of the frontage roads would provide bicycle and pedestrian accommodations. The proposed project passes through the town of Prosper, the city of McKinney, and Collin County. TxDOT continues to develop minor updates to the schematic design. Those updates and why they are being considered are shown on exhibit boards and as separate files on the project website. The schematic design roll plots include insets for each of the considered changes. One of those changes, located at the future University Drive and US 380, is also included in the segment analysis matrix as the segment A shift. Others are being considered for inclusion in the next schematic design update and the FEIS. The preferred alternative would require approximately 662 acres of new right-of-way to be acquired. All right-of-way acquisition would be completed in accordance with the Uniform Relocation Assistance and Real Property Acquisition Policies Act of 1970 as amended. Brochures, including 2 booklets titled The Purchase of Right-of-Way and Relocation Assistance, are available on the project website. These booklets contain detailed information to inform you of your rights and provide information about the TxDOT right-of-way acquisition process. There would potentially be 22 residential displacements and 35 business displacements. Maps on the public hearing website and the schematic roll plots show the locations of these displacements. A list of the potential business displacements can be found in the segment analysis matrix, also available on exhibits and the website. Construction of the project would not require right-of-way to be acquired from any property considered a community facility, including parks, places of worship, community centers, or other facilities. 15 major utility relocations would be required, including the relocation of an 84-inch and 48-inch North Texas Municipal Water District water lines, multiple City of McKinney water lines and pump station, and a 72-inch City of Irving water line. The proposed project involves construction in wetlands and an action in a floodplain. Of the build alternatives considered, the blue alternative would be the least impactful on floodplains and regulatory floodways. The proposed project would not increase the base flood elevation to a level that would violate applicable regulations and ordinances and would permanently impact 1.1 acres of wetlands. It would cross 7 perennial streams, which is a stream with a continuous flow of surface water throughout the year, assuming seasons of normal rainfall. The proposed project would also cross 175 acres of 100-year floodplain. The blue alternative would meet the terms and conditions of a Section 404 nationwide permit with a pre-construction notification for the crossings of the East Fork Trinity River, Wilson Creek, and their respective tributaries because of a minimal loss of these water features. This would require authorization from the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. A traffic noise analysis was completed in accordance with TxDOT and FHWA-approved guidelines for analysis and abatement of roadway traffic noise. Existing sound level measurements were collected at noise-sensitive areas adjacent to the segments. Noise modeling software predicts what noise would be expected in 2050. Noise abatement measures were evaluated when traffic noise impacts were identified. TxDOT has already included below-grade roadway designs, which are generally considered to help with mitigating noise impacts to nearby neighborhoods. Based on the analysis, 4 noise barriers were determined to be reasonable and feasible for noise mitigation. The proposed project would also require right-of-way to be acquired from 2 sites of high environmental risk and 10 sites of moderate environmental risk. TxDOT also conducted its environmental review by each of the segments of all the build alternatives. The following slides will outline several of the top considerations TxDOT used in determining segments A, E, and C would make up the preferred alternative. We will start with the western side of the study area from Coit Road to County Road 161/Ridge Road. The 2 segments compared in this area were segments A and B. The top considerations for segment A are outlined on the screen. Next, we will move to the area encompassing CR 161/Ridge Road to SH5. The only new location alignment under consideration from CR 161/Ridge Road to SH5 is segment E. Early in the EIS process, TxDOT considered an alternative that would run along the existing US 380. However, it was estimated that it would have to displace more than 200 businesses and 18 residences. Segment E will not require land acquisition from any park, including Irwin Park. Let's now focus on the eastern side of the study area, from SH5 to FM 1827, where we considered segments C and D. Top considerations for segment C are outlined on the screen. This concludes the environmental evaluation portion of the presentation. After more than 2 years of study, TxDOT is nearing the end of the NEPA process. Multiple opportunities to provide input were and are still available. The public comment period for the proposed project ends March 21, 2023. Following this hearing, documentation, including public comments, will be reviewed by TxDOT for final environmental clearance and design approval. If there are no major issues arising from this hearing that cannot be addressed in a reasonable time frame, final environmental clearance, also called a record of decision, is expected by late summer 2023 after the review of the FEIS. After the record of decision is issued, TxDOT can begin final design, right-of-way acquisition, and utilities coordination. This phase of project development is expected to take anywhere from 2 to 4 years. Phased construction of the project would not begin until full funding is secured. Cost estimates are available on the Segment Analysis Matrix and DEIS. These will be reviewed in the development of the FEIS. Construction is anticipated to last 3 to 4 years. The project has an anticipated ready-to-let date of 2027 and is anticipated to be open to traffic between 2027 and 2036. Construction of a project begins after the letting process is complete. Letting is when TxDOT notifies the construction community that a project is ready to be bid on. Comments will be accepted in several ways as shown on the screen. If you would like to leave a verbal comment, please call the voicemail number. Comments must be received or postmarked by March 21, 2023, to be part of the official public hearing record. All substantive comments and questions will be fully considered, responded to in the project record, and made part of the FEIS. This document will then be made available for public review at the TxDOT Dallas District Office, located at 4777 East US Highway 80 in Mesquite, 75150, and online at the project website. We sincerely appreciate your participation and interest in the US 380 EIS project from Coit Road to FM 1827. Your questions, comments, and concerns will receive careful consideration. Thank you very much.